Yes. Oh my Korasanti.
Well, Yasaba Oshabrena, I can't minute be and what you now fee no nine airban. I Asempa 94.7 Ekosiisen Jumedia Yedu Ebra so say Yene a year central for any double for paying for tenancy aiding Komoko Pim say Nunsia airball a pem with Bruma Benya Quine. Now what team near get on. Make us say the in your Bema Larry Dug by Tenancy Sansona a year Andy can come and so atenase ana akwasi ageman and so atenase en komo twetwe ni gina ebre man ho kwan mia mako enum ye be sha chef central de obo adwuma no January to December ya assess ye ho na ye mreyo na ye strong point ye kwa enim de betimi aye atwetwe ntokro bia na da ho eno achi no ye beba begina eye Ghana kwa ye kutia eye ketashe any proye ehonsem yebeka wansem na ya ba begina eye abato ho enkomo enso ye di wanim se yebeba bewie ewo bambo nso nhihye ho na ne krakrakra no so mabunu onani da so se oman Ghana ewo ahotoso papa bi de ema wonana ti ana yenkomodie no yesi achichem nemum ye kona na ebia na bibia be manchiri mu na afi ebechia ne kakra ebeji atum ewo yenhihye enu ewo amsi. If you've just joined Andy can come Kwasi Agiman Larry Dugbe I crowd so 1 year edisa eye enkomoyi mamen kenkan sa krata we so free eye NDC amanyoko no honom no ema quickly na afi edika kan ebia na afi na wa join ya yes aka mo what mu asem ni iye pa. Kratana says statement by the National Democratic Congress on NEC meeting on 29 December 2020. The National Executive Committee of the National Democratic Congress has met today to consider matters arising out of the recently conducted general elections on 7th December 2020. The NEC decided that the NDC will contest the results of the rigged elections in the Supreme Court and other appropriate fora. In addition, the party will continue all legitimate actions, including protestations, to press home its demand for the government of President Akufo-Addo to enforce the rule of law and protect life and property in Ghana, and in particular, to take all necessary measures to bring to swift justice those responsible for the murders and injuries and destruction of properties before, during, and in the aftermath of the general elections. The NDC's commitment to the upholding of the Constitution and respect for human rights shall remain unshaken. Long live the NDC, long live Ghana. Johnson is here doing Ketia Anna Nensasha Sakrata. We are saying, I go say Akwaba.
Yeja.
Afisha Pansu.
I think come to Akwaba.
Andy Akwaba.
Akwaba. Majuso.
Afisha Pa.
I think come to
Yeah, Manu Yen, my third one said, I knew you are expecting. Larry. Oh, yeah, Larry. What's my brother? What is happening? Larry, what is saying?
Tell me who and
I think
over to you.
Hey, I think I said that the body said, Judge Manu, yeah, pay them, come. Not
threat, not threat, no coffee.
There's threat.
Yeah, the threat is getting out of hand.
Mama Shasi, January to December. The media and what started with threat.
Let me say this. I think first of all, Micha, you're TFO, and I should have if you're Madam Foucault, but we have never met before.
Oh, sir.
Yes, we have never met before. It's Facebook interactions and so on, and then WhatsApp and so on. But I think she's doing well. She has to be encouraged. She's giving a certain decency. She's brought some decency to, politics. And I think, it's a departure from when MPP was in opposition, where she was all out there. Wild. She was wild, But maybe marriage has changed her. Maybe position also has changed, But I think that she's doing well. She has to be encouraged and then, supported. Now, let me go back to threat, See,
Mofanche Larry or the Brofo any tree never for we say me am now for say 100 emu 91 ai before any a4 80 ti omo twi no de bi omo ka je me so menka twi menka pepe for kasa na menka abra for kasa eti ya me afra friend bi la wani na afi me de si wa pepe for ai for de me ya am say me di factory dechi me de si wa me got.
But
okay, so
a trade of your kakra me did didra.
No.
And see, you can understand.
Crowd didra.
Yeah.
Can they see market?
And should I have bad, sir? Wait, on a more serious note, I think that the murder of Swanley was a warning to all journalists. It was a clear warning to all journalists. If you are about to do something, oh yeah, BB, your friend saying the system is not for it, you are in trouble. Mind what you do, or else you could be killed. So it was a warning to the Inky fraternity. It is similar to what happened with the murder of the judges. You get it? Where some people just took the law into their hands to decide, say, listen, we're going to kill judges. So the murder of Swanley was a clear, warning to the members of the Inky fraternity. Now it is sad, sir. 2 years on, and I said 3 years on, nothing has been done. We've changed. Everyone's saying,
IGPs.
No, IGPs exactly. Nothing has happened. We've changed CID boss. Nothing has happened. Where Nyoba is here, Ken Yeboah, he hasn't even spoken about it at all. Tiwa, there was so much pressure on Tiwa, and Swale, and then the Emana Takrady girls,
Yeah, the 3 girls.
exactly, contributed towards the removal of Tiwa, because the media and other people and civil society organizations were expecting that Tiwa would do something about this matter. And the few interactions that I had with her, she gave me the impression that she was on the heels of these guys. So thereafter, changing it by, and when Ken Yeboah took over, one is expecting that Ken will be briefing us every now and then as to what is happening, particularly when he's interested in what people are discussing on social media and how that poses a threat to the security of this country. He should be briefing us on the murder of Swanley and what he has done since taking over. But nothing has happened. And it's out of that then occasionally then you get people, threatening media people again for doing your work. Listen, we are just mirrors of society. It is what you say that I, bring out. And then I project it. And then I project it. Except say I have been trained in a way, and I said we have been trained in a way to analyze, to do analysis as to where this is likely to lead. And also to interpret it to you so that you will take a certain action. For instance, COVID, we are dealing with COVID right now. So one yes, ubechi yariano. Na so chi yariano so ebiana we your friends say draw any ho emma you can be cured out of it. So take the necessary precautionary measures. Send a bear free. So that is what we have been trained to do. So we pick from doctors, we talk to health experts, and then talk to others who are, industry players. This is what we are reporting on, so take care of it. So we are just reporting. We are not, the people who are making the news. We are not the people who are making the news. So when you have Manasseh being threatened, and as he reports that he's being threatened, Abdul Hai Moment. Exactly.
Just 2 days back.
2 days ago. Who else? I think there was a shooting incident during the election.
At
Ablekuma Central.
A journalist got hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then beating of journalists all over the place and so on and so forth. We are just reporting what people are doing.
I get it worse, and I say, from Kakra.
I think, sir, the lack of constant update on cases, a prominent week, a high-profile murder, assassination, daylight, Ewa Madina, daylight, murder, You went, laid ambush for 3 or 4 days, monitoring this guy's movement. He comes there, then you pull a gun on him. He was trying to run away. You managed to cross him, and then you pull the gun. Back. You've killed a guy. A father of how many? We can't also discount what, was done by a politician, showing his picture on TV, threatening. And within 2 or 3 weeks, this guy had been killed. Who is investigating this? Who is briefing us? So it is the absence of some of this, way your friends saying, proper investigation, proper arrest, and dealing with these people. That is what has emboldened others to feel, say, listen, they can threaten and they can come and go away with it. They can threaten Ekosiisen and go away with it. They can threaten, whoever, and then just go away with it. It is not proper. It is not good. I mean, we can't have, some people feeling, a friend saying.
Apart from this media landscape, 2020 January to December, high points maybe, the low points maybe need their way.
Oh, I think we'll be coming there with respect to the election.
Let's have it.
Well, I think
generally the performance of the media.
I think so. We are doing well.
You've talked about the media under threat.
Yes, performance.
Then,
I think so. We are doing well. I followed discussions on with Ejapa. Okay, it's a case of corruption. I mean, whether you like it or not, Ejapa is a case of corruption. Ejapa is a case of corruption. I mean, I'm sure we'll be getting there. And then before then, PDS and many others and so on. So there have been cases where the media stood up, brought out the issue. We could have done better, like any other human institution. We could have done better with it and so on. But I think with the help of civil society and other experts in the field and so on, we brought we threw a lot of light, and then we got the government to tactfully withdraw by saying, let the thing go back to Parliament. Okay, now we have a new Parliament. Would they have to start from scratch if the President Akufo-Addo government wants to continue with whatever it is and so on? So I think that in Japan we did well. We could do better. On election there are issues, but I think that we are waking up to whatever we need to do to clear whatever doubt. The numbers, where people got their figures from, and whether or not they got it from a certain political party, and I said they got it from the EC, whether or not the EC numbers are adding up or they are they are not adding up and so on. I'm sure that over time, I mean, as the discussion progresses, we'll get there. Yeah.
Kangam, we are under threat. It's a serious way to start the show.
Yes.
Say, this way. Now, if that is the case,
I think that topic, near Larry culture by Yepa, because threats in the Yentimen can say it's only from the government side. Even sometimes, when you are sympathetic to a cause, or say a political party, and you decide that, Masa, never being called yes, a semeka, they call you all sort of name and threat. Someone like me, I've received threats. Just that I'm not on social media. It's a tried knowledge, say I'm not on social media. The threats now for the moment because one way or the other you have criticized a party that people feel say you are sympathetic to that cause. Masa, the better Ghana than you design. If sometimes we don't take it strongly, we can't get there. We can't achieve that objective. And the threats, it's not only limited to say government and or more threatening opposition. Say essential for people who are critical of government and it comes from both sides. Just that police for main transit and run down the police service. It's a very revered institution. But what I was expecting is that they should be very proactive. Say Larry Kanye. I said Tama Madam Tiwa Wahono na or my briefing Tama Ahmed Swale and Sami Baye. I'm saying essential for I don't think say a single person will Ghana any day. Dina you feel say a Jano na police for Baye and won't be just to apprehend the perpetrators. Because and yes, Muntimine Omahine Minia Akwasi or say, say police ni be na Nihua Koto, I know within seconds. And then I'm Busa a senior officer be say, so what is wrong? What is missing? Say your mumu personnel sir. Obi akwa kobo omo and obi akwa koku omo omutimi ko chi microphone within some seconds. Now with the citizenry, because if you go into the police, their motto is to protect life and property. So and they must protect us. So what is wrong? Say NSMP. The reason is the NSMP is because see, and I may relate it to Mumin in Semi ne Yenu Manase. And I know say Akwesiwa who Larry Yenina receive threats because at the point in time before say you must strengthen some course. We are any be there. Until now a man croffa from no matter, you know. But I think that the police should step up their game. Now and say so much ma yen e beba be push o mahin na beba betna ni consul e say oh na asem we say police for your ntim nka ni na say for no, they should be proactive. And I think that the police have not been proactive enough. They've not. Now that they've decentralized their communication system, you know, I think that all the time, you know, they should be forthcoming with information. We must know, the citizen must know what is happening. Because Ahmed Swale, I think it's a very high point. As I said, Omobe can be betrayed Ghana for. It's a very high point. There's Omobe can be betrayed Ghana for. Say, Masa, Ahmed Swale, no, say na ya. I mean, very very soon, no, we'll close up that docket. Yebenya, the perpetrators, will bring them to book to face the full rigors of the law. But this is not to say you can want we'll give them some time. Say because if indeed the executive, the legislature, say the Constitution, the 1992 Republican Constitution, were mentioning it, and I mean the media work, no, the media, we have a place as the fourth estate of the realm. If indeed they value our work, then they must put premium on and then our safety, very, very important. But then again, Omani me say, yeah, cano if you be a mensa. Wow, in what is good for the goose is good for the Ghana. Yes, and trophy no be so no. Kwaya ye faso ye jumano. Prepare hunte. You understand? Ebinumu. Amen. That is in prepare no. Ebinumu say amoyo omejuma hunte. Because nipa ni be onim perfect asema mba kan. Master, that is not it. But just to run down somebody, they will do it. And me, when you tell me that I'm ugly, I have no money, I don't care. But when it's about my reputation, I'll fight it. And I think, say, yeah, if you want to do something that will injure my reputation, I must fight it. Indeed, if you step on toes now, okay, sorry, cry, they will pick it up. Other than say, once I win him, that is not the truth, but you continue to say it just to please some paymaster somewhere. Please, sometimes we should be truthful to our maker before we meet him. You understand what I'm saying? We should be truthful to him before we meet him. After all, why? I'm over 40, so today if Mekodana Yankupon say, Masa, you've served, paid your dues, you served me, welcome. Masa, that is it. But I must be truthful before I meet my maker. And then the general insecurity, as a student of security, one thing I continue to say is that there cannot be absolute security when we, the citizenry, we sit aloof. Sure, you can be driving, no more attack, instead say, Ghana for Bebuano come to his rescue. Obiabe uniform. Oh, you know, the new way saying culture and so Obiabe uniform now. Instead of going to the rescue of the person. And I always say, baby, your community, no, we should be mindful of people, strange characters are mobile, so that is the only way. Because it starts from our community and from So I think that when we are able to do that, we will do our work, we will execute our work in peace, in security. But to the state agencies, sometimes we can report here some now, so yes, I'm running now police station grab mokra mo ha dwendo do You know, some will say out of frustration.
But he's getting worried because
absolutely,
political parties are constantly on Okonso, Omochita for ADD attempt, political party in paying for the due attempt, Central for no Yajuma Yeno said they okay, admittedly, they be why to sing complete.
Yeah.
Oko social media, Obia training pay Obel West inform say guy. Now, this is a noble profession. If we say, yeah, my debi because yeah, you to me say, yeah, serve as a check on the executive and the judiciary and the legislature.
Sure.
Now, some the Ghanaian and our citizens know that needed hope by bringing out the facts as it is. But it's like you lose, sa, you know, yeah, quite kakra.
Kwano de, I say, I say, you know, your trouble, and I, you know, your political parties are supporting it. I could do time be.
I am from Swazi Centurion and the Boni.
No. I don't think. I don't. Yes, but say sometimes, we not
because
able to
people, Yakasa as if Centurion now a political party.
It's wrong. No, it's not wrong. It's not me say. Me a Cadbury member of the NDC. That doesn't mean say NDC. Never be cause for now. Me feel say enya and say some meka. And I don't care who source is God. I will say it. Now, ebi akoka, you are tagged, you are a traitor, you are blah blah blah. But I think the political parties they need to educate their members. Because in some area can mudidi atema bebi ambe yebi ayenso na yakofaba. Mo amfreya omonti. You understand what I'm saying? Because me say after the elections, Nema because so attacks on some media houses in Asifo. But yes, still, sir, Amanyu Kunu Fair press conference. Sir, media for now, cover. So sometimes we need to be very tactful the way and cautious the way we attack the media.
Okay.
I'm not saying, sir, we are teen gods, nobody should touch us, but I mean a little bit of circumspection. Mr. Ghana, Pesa crab,
well, I can see, me Bausu na one of our revered journalists, and also any one in Ajatum, Yabona Basso Panso Coso, Asylani,
yes,
or say, a buon in a dim come away, come. I did only this year, I'm going to dream every year, be Obomodia. Or my official power. But I don't know whether Grey hair shall say by now. He's lost it. But that's some lady. Aquaba official power.
Oh, why? I think I'm to
that's it. So I join the conversation. Quick one because I bring you home at the market. Yes, sir. Ya share common I say, Bra ye kase, ya hunu, a juma a central for any delbo for. Ye to adwene wa hanim same every bena central adwuma who say na ayehu na ye tata nipa elkwan se fata so ana dia important ana mpedodo na no ema no ebasa
Mahine, I'll speak to you from experience and professional work, not only as a journalist but also as a doctor. And share down for Nimubia in multimedia at the in some back Mienu Miensa and 9 Akoto Ports. Igina a year media and central for a B a threatening ebi ya bu e proud inti bako na efa Shedrack Felix na nipa bako ye de koto court na court no eni dream say nipa bi e pass say omo bi pra sa jana how could that if you have and I know first, but I think she was the first on the court process. Okaya, say Omoko, a year national health insurance. In Crawford, I betwa a year adum anamos media. Say Omoko, I could register and Omoko renew Omo card. Na enu so I could dane cobra na de bia no mujina line and so and for Mosoda. And do almost in a line who sent Grofo na mobile, Omudi intent near your Modiam of no comb baby. Jina quiet said Alabuli cost and on one to Mukasa, Esre, India say Yam more. And if a suma journalist so on cook and cut for mano and as soon as your master no pass and no Yamu na you for of health insurance ombeshe na omufisi asem no kama okudu officer omokesade nipa delay mu amaka kwan kra mu egusu ebia begu oye so no mo kasa mpenyifo ewo ho baya ade na wo no kasa abra wo ma ye bombe de permission asem we what be that nipa na waba ko na obeye ade no waba wo ko nti no o hye wase ansa na obekasa media person this or get a mission through one ansa na wase media person to da nyem bi ho ye ya ye nwi kwetire ha dwe ka omukoye no mobo guy eje ni recorder efia poku akudu ho say or to charge a reporter no more piano ko to gotem na na ho moja mo pra no kwa e dey criminal no ekoto court say no dey yaban also di asem but criminal side say if you ya na ekon I just say because nipa omo edi sansem sebi omo no mo aben enti sebi aban prosecute to omo a akoye sa prosecute ne ho enti eno ede no wa sa case you know ka say eto nsio enso multimedia essays civil aspects. I'm a civil aspect here. Multimedia journalist bim. I'm a court abo the national health insurance and a as of daily graph no montro apology and to no ubie someone no amu and no ye ni na no mutie kan so e bi e Solomon Jojo Kobina and in the tech crew a coachy or more a young idea a geo more video a pamo call a ministry's police station near Empa any idea of a dear no more mensa escape near the mensa in Crawford more yaba ye or more kios the next time I'm a figure or more acquired set Crawford. Sabi omunya omamba kokra omunya anafo ena ho tre ena omo da abontin anajo jojo no mu kokobae omobonia no so mo kokoba saade kubanda port eji omotima ya twa na police station nyama basa odwin ho a onti ase eno police no so ankosi aga ena ye saade court civil case ena court ebuae e kan say obudi bem etwa near a hard when it said, Bona ya kunyedu, and a share police for so monfa a chopper and go to daily graphic, and also more year to daily graphic. And now, a friend is saying, Chibia Okaya, Bakubia, my first reference is really but Latif degrees. Yajina we of course here say yes koko en do wa ten to mo ko police station for papa o ko bisa asemo keke o obie na no bisa asem keke bisa police phone bisa car ye see he your friend officer to describe the no the end report and no me no ka say Latif uhunu na ono na posa no to da nya on ni komo na che na tia ofemu no enye bi nie hospital then wo ko na no ba nyama wo na mu ye ka no abon ya pata inti fan enti me ka akyerɛ sɛ saa nyama we ya party ko ye bi ɛna ya o say your reporter ohunu no say obi a oton the friend say den na nipa oton den de onye nipa na nu nti e wo so wo bono say wa ye de wa ba NDP headquarters o ba ko story keke one first kind of business and one be na no in patem say bibi so we need hunti now the journalist no cover no and no fair no wako tweno ye de call port and no criminal odifo ye stand so call ye odifo and ye say child both phone so and ye can't go any apology ne ye me nwa kakra ne utumus wo difo kra akot na esisu dia enso me nku na ho kete ye dia akokot appeal say judge no ye ne judge no aju nti ye kokot appeal say appeal and for that case me say den say agia odibem me ne wo ye ni oman mu ha ena ekire samia wukunu di nanim ena wo pastor ewo yi abonti say wan
yeah
na no bri ban no that case say ya Niami can put in say attacks on journalists, media no. Say no, these are things that may happen. They shouldn't happen. But say nipa is deep in no. What is their attitude? Are they swift in condemning them? Are they swift in dissuading their members from doing these things? And no, and I am saying, I think it's Senka, it's not in tempting anymore. Nanka Sepi, President, before I was Nanko Makasapo, before what party opposition, no beard and not near Cassette, let's say, yes, it's a democracy. The Democrats, they are doing that. Ubicha na ajin na wode no nya adwen a eni kwa so utwese ka etu eni kwa so kubunu ba bi na wofia hwene Abdul Hayat moment nye ekopuni me share picture ko kire enreki na akwase egumi se bono kwa o tankofo mi na na ejina timu so muka so mu de ni bibia ade ankom de be ye no.
Well, lawyer, quickly, all these ones that I kind of, in him say, work related. Ebinum so argument along the line has been say, yeah, professional, they call other areas, no ye ninko, we a journalist in Tino, no be a private business, be a moye, na anko ye, na se be a betata war on that score. The best say the born humanist and judgment is under attack. Ebinum to say, yeah.
Part one be na ba ko ni wa ye obi private asset number
Exactly.
Ba ko ni mo ye obi ni journalist ni obi fufu obi private yi aba me ne wo ka say den multimedia journalist oni be no man and a threat me ni making no nye bi ni but nyam bi o ha also fa kwan bi so na say we dey to abontin bebree kwan bi so no ya na election headquarters yeah. Results at 2 days now. Ba kupe ni mwa enye results are electoral commission one endorse and now 135 in results at 35 and 72 about maybe 2 jar. What the na my you certify results ye ni na wie and a baby I could do ye say election afi bia ye any who said yeah odunu baby bia aka udini na che president Mahama onya
but that's where probably the NDC Maminya specific what challenge you know say he found any resource if because almost figures are chrome no it differ from your figures and here bobo so where were we getting our results from our figures from
your results yeah producing results your reporters no or more constituency eco coalition center results being any other two jar electoral commission results in the election year bia any year these things advance minimum year to Ghana Hana America results ye di akire what is the electoral commission be by beka be win here media no na ye ho adu in the results no ba there was a year project after 2012 and when you okay, I don't hear Imanolante.
Yeah.
You know, we can say Imanolante.
Nechi.
Since that day,
Nechi.
Imanolante we did them more. Since that day, we be seen that Imanolante only yet. Imanolante only no bio. Ben no ni nkasa de ni enko. Nyefe. Echire bia na na me kwa ba so say we oboshi sa ekofi nana anakomia Elizabeth Ohene omubo modern eba asa ewe no ena ombeye delegation of 7 ena omuba media ebe pa ena omuba on live petition omu pa chowe no ena to omu kasa kire omu supporters no say enya sa na e wo say ye no say uni nipa na nya ni kwan say mo yese ni mo be mo fa bo ana se ko e jan ko nipa no enti ne me pass na so ma enti a this impunity na cause say ye mpin for no a mo da ama ko enim ani aban e wo aban wo mo anya wo se su bo mo no mo fo aso o mo no mo wa si die say ansem we ba o mo ntwentwen ho no mbe kata to mo nkrofo no say enye ne sa eye no uni nipa no nya eni kwan sa o twete kan ni kwan sa o fa bo ni kwan sa o trekking o be yo mu in any case threat to harm is a criminal offense punishable by up to 3 years in jail o threatening o say o be harm say o be do ni demo a eya dia rano say eye ebumra ema yedu etimi ko jina court criminal way ema would for uti anye yi a edu be kwa kutu efiase tie miensa so wo threat is o kumu obi nso a threat to kill threat of death wo threatens akwa eno so eye crime as edu ko jina efiase na uti anye yi na udi for one shot boko akode efiase tie du enti ye me maka amatofo mpanyimfo ne aban nkrofo mpanyimfo e de nye wo se bi kan say e ba ni say ya na security for no so muti a e de no ya omoye minu wote nkrofo akata kwachi omeba nkrofo akata wakata onya hwe wakata ya chi omo e de omo e na court dem say inti journalist no mo de ye bo mo ban sa akona so bia enye but here make it so man e kan ma amanyofo no ne mpanyimfo wa ba ni yi sebe enno ena bia akoda ba bi ena officer wo de enka echina one shot enye papa mawo
right
yeah e was so mo kika mo
okay
che anche biana ne ebuma be mu ene say afi na nkofo ka akia na yenkotia omo aye mu say omo aye bi de ma no da no makopia ben na ombetimi akebe hwene na omoye na omudija ba omo say media no responsible journalism. Akoya said there's a justification for the attack. Where was all of it?
Okay, lawyer, but you say being come away a very, very necessary. But before yeah, okay, all right.
But your Bureau Constitution, next Article 162, one kind of 162 clause 5, kind clauses 4 and 5. Yamra Pono, Yadi Juma Ashte media phone say yen. But the media has a responsibility, constitutional mandate, to hold the accountability, responsibility and accountability of the government to the people. Into yes, some for Omumwa media think that my young media phobia or Omuni bonnet. Media phobia or almost chrono and Omoy. But opinion be not I am one. And yes, a kind of one is so poor man, and yes, Anna, the Democrat next day.
Well, something lady, may that was about quickly. Ibiana, a question, your question. Yeah, like we say, just a question. Yeah, just a question, lawyer.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
From where you sat during the declaration of the results, what numbers did your media house get for Techiman South as far as presidential election was concerned? You got a question?
We publish on our website.
I can't hear you.
It's on the website.
At the time it was declared,
I don't have them.
What numbers did you get?
I don't have the figures of head.
So, but your media house got it ahead of the declaration.
Result for Techiman South. I doubt we have.
Hello.
I'm saying that
your media
I doubt we had results for Techiman South. But if you check our webpage, you will see at the time those that we have used to do the declaration. It did not include all constituencies.
Okay, lawyer Samson Ladi, I'm sure see best back if they need the rights. Yeah, lawyer Samson Ladi, host News File, Joy, and also have a boy contribution. Agosi, Wakasa,
Wakasa.
Lot of your Facebook for no,
Yeah.
Normally because occupational hazard. In fact, that's what most of them are mere good at. We should allow them that space. They draw conclusions. Say like Dugbe Kasa, say or NDC, that is the whole mind. Walk off NDC near Betina or Cheragi. That's what Buddha says. There will be a party near now or a centuria.
Can I make a quick point?
Yeah,
on
quick.
that?
Yeah.
See, Kankam just said he had.
It's a card.
Yeah, he's a card-bearing member of NDC. I'm not a card-bearing member of NDC. Do you know something? When I finished Bishop Eman, I decided that I wanted to practice journalism. But to practice journalism, I want to be trained. So I went to GIJ. When I was in school, no political party paid my fees for me. My parents paid my fees for me. When I finished and I got a certificate, I didn't take it to MPP headquarters or NDC headquarters to show them that, you know something, I now have a certificate in journalism. Or what is it? What you call it? Yeah, communication studies. And that guys come and work with me. It's a CV. So, come and work with me. Nobody did. I decided to practice journalism. At a very tender age, I set up a newspaper called The Herald. And none of them, NDC doesn't call me to discuss their things with me. They don't. Take it from me today. And I know some of them are listening.
He bankrolls the paper.
Do you know something? Nobody calls me. This election, NDC, they met a lot of journalists. I was not part of the people they met. Do you know something? In the NDC circles, they feel that I'm not politically correct. Because I speak my mind anytime, any day, as to how I feel to put it and how I should put it. Nobody Nobody called me to say that, listen, there's an agenda. There's an agenda that we should prosecute it. So the MPP guys to listen. The NDC people should listen. Do you understand? How I pay my workers, none of them. How I pay my workers, none of them know. What I do to pay them, they don't know. They sit and from wherever, from the what side of their mouth, they call you rented journalists. You do this, you do this. They should put their big guys on whatever platform and let's be there and debate on issues one after the other. Maybe I could be closer to them, or or maybe. I mean, what is this? And that this is how we are running the country, where people do things and then they are stealing your money morning, afternoon, evening. And when we question them as to accountability, they tell you that I don't know, yes sir, missed you. You are being rented. And I know all of us face that all the time. We face that all the time. Samson mentioned about constitutional way, responsibility on us. Which other profession has been recognized like the media in the constitution? Are accountants recognized?
No. That is why we need to discharge
our auditors recognized.
Mandate without fear or favor.
Yes, so we speak. You have to analyze the thing and present it to the people the way you have to. These guys, they don't know anything.
If I'm encouraged by
Larry,
thing,
we start in school. We start in classrooms with a lot of them.
And the principal says as it is. There's one gentleman who is part of your family here, Kojo Frimpong.
Yeah.
Pastor Kojo Frimpong.
Yeah.
I follow him religiously. I pray with him. And after his AOV, I'm empowered. I'm encouraged by the word. And I'll say it as it is. I don't care whose source is God. It will be a blot on my image. School baby be a McCoy, mini professor Saikoba. And you expect me to be doing things that is not proper?
Forgive me, but I'm free to enjoy for Jimmy for.
Master, we meet them in class.
I feel say a profession for your friends saying, how do you say that? Yeah. Like Anya Papa, like dropouts.
Yeah.
They feel say you are a dropout. That is why you opted for journalism. What do you mean?
Okay, I was really brave.
I don't know, very emotional.
Yeah, say.
Well, say, a Juma ne no. Your sura Juma. Say, Obibedi Sumasi Dra. Obedi Boni Dietia or mine. Edietia and Crankro. Edietia a Jumakobi. Now with the Juma for Ato soon say any pano be pano want to. Police crowd a betcheno and or didn't call court. Emma. Emrebu born here didn't share fiasi as in training biantia open. But the moment you didn't bet to Jape, the new yam, the busunya, the namfu, sir. Into Jumana Bansape, the any brava. Until they say, oh, Casamon Kremu, when in Passa the Okano, a yenukro or better when you were obedient them. If you say, oh, good animasi, oh, Bia Suniwa. Ope enim kana enim guase enso no bone no yebe eno an asem no you see me atata me every deck hotel me say si oyene azoka boys horse whips they the yiri ya fama and then because eno ma sisi ne yakoka so na e fam baby so no ye nuanom century fo ni bi so duebo.
Thank you.
Yanka no kure.
Thank you.
When in the newsroom, no coffers some about will be one on our record. Or they call you favor
in the newsroom.
I'm telling you.
Why I don't know.
What happened? And the politician on what you when you
but genuinely,
our party way, and they can come away. I can my way. And you say, or no political party say MPP and NDC. Nearby catch and say Larry Dogbe, I would opposing side. Be a Larry baby. Any. I didn't pan or day you cry any because I got home and no one else. Second, you know, say, ye bois near the Jumason, about money to Mpoa, Cassansam Samukamba. And one else, it is someone I cost if we yankasa. Me who be brave. And a politician soon, Nyom person before we come chain. So when you be doing mobile interview, or person who baby ujina, answer on wakasa.
That's the politician.
I'm telling you, show media ownership. adwempa constitution ni hyehyɛ no ka bɛboa na ka nsentwe dwuma no ɛbɛboa na etumpɔn na Ghana yɛtumi ahodu ye government ye politicians na accountable very responsible some nye omadwuma yi na social media ownership politicians own the media houses and they can come to obetuma koye adwuma map radio station and television and media house bia sabi on just on any nyadua
he has two masters.
Yes.
He has two masters.
Me.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Or a dropout. A dropout. University of Ghana. Are they dropouts?
It's of African studies.
Are they dropouts?
You see, these are some of the things.
Hey.
Entino. Yes. Aba. Ne yaka. Ne ya condemn GJI issue statement. Ne ya condemn Ekosiisen. Until such a time say police service. Say omo di say urukasam ye be so mu. Ye de mo ko gina mra no. Na mra ani o madi no nyonyo. Sa no mai. Stella no ebe koso. Etu ne esese ye ne say yen sentwerefo no. Ye ma ye ni mra ye ho so. Ne hu say politician de woni ne ya damfo. Na da ko ye bone no koka wo ye ne tamfo. No obi bia so a why your papa you see there's a thin line between love and hatred. Say odra or de be ma wono wo kana sema sa odo na ebetanya be ye otan nto nyawa obedi udem na momonim say adwuma na wo ye no wo gire mfimfini e na wo ye wadwuma krogin a wo ka obetie na sopam obesom ohaw na wo nua na koton wo no ukoka politician semo a onadwen ye ne say wakọ the other side and wakọ GBB and odi be good enu ase
your friends Oga say GBB. Listen, I have a lot of friends in MPP more than NDC. I have Larry Dogbe, quote me anywhere. I won't sit here and mention their name. Okay, some of them who have been bold enough will want to talk to you, whenever they are with people. Others are afraid to talk to you because they feel say your friends say whatever is being discussed or no and or the mouth and I could be there and then I get a call. Where is this call coming from? So and it's a minister, some of them in the heart of the president, at the heart of the presidency. Larry, let's hook up. Let's do this. Listen, I'm following you. What you are reporting on is the truth and nothing else but the truth. But we can't come out and say that it is the truth. Do you understand? Yes. I don't control a lot of things. I don't control anything.
Yet your man 2016. Listen, nobody should be deceived. At that time, I'd gone to the grounds, done some investigation. The last point was voter region. When I went to voter in 2016, I came back. I gave them a 5-page paper. Say, listen, election in Koyema in this. We feel somebody take action, man take action. So I came out with editorial commentary, strong, that President Mahama should not be deceived that he's winning the elections. Now, the earlier the better. I was stuck. I'm a traitor. I'm per President Mahama. Now who per President Mahama sema? And Kabaka crash.
Oh, me from 2008, I've done a lot of election predictions. Just that I'm in person with the public. 2008, baby, I'm here, Juma,
in fact, before we started the elections, you said it. Yeah.
Maka, every election, Ebeko ran off. Now I can. Yesterday, yeni Adam Kofo Kasa, because someone say electorate no, ohun journalist obeka no kura chire.
Yes.
But ohun politician obeda.
Oh, Benis.
It is so kan no kura chire no. Na wotra ho, okika no mabomu a otumu say I did say Okoka, yes, hey.
I said 2010. You'll be shocked. President Mills, I'm funny currency. Informer. Now, young Kubi, no a board member, Wakolebu. Na papa na say board chair, now or ye lokumo. So he's drawing 2 salary from the consolidated fund, which is criminal. And we publish here, and one of my commentary na meka said, so one take Ashina. I'll take him to the cleaners. The president too. Oh, Nibufu here. Frank, I shouldn't come to the castle again. I'm seeing you. if for speaking the truth, I shouldn't come to the castle. They say I Ekosiika Pharisee for the paper na command and kind that say na me kind. One day, omo frɛ papa no wɔ Radio Gold. Me sa publish here say story I me running. Omo frɛ no say I was this salary too no ba back or the charity na say what. And a Pharisee for na sa koka kyerɛ papa no say hey, asɛm me andi kind. No one of them. Oh, Andy, you come. Now I get a picture. Yeah. See, but next time, don't say you take me to the. I said, Papa, thank you.
Listen, okay, so in my case, no. Yeah. All you need to do is to run a headline, and these people who don't understand whatever it is, or they don't even read the story, among kind story no cry. They pick the story and then start showing it to their political leaders and so on. Say you catch us away on power cell. Say catch us away or way say way. Laidogbe is this, Laidogbe is this, Laidogbe is this.
Or no MPP. Yeah, because I don't have the right to criticize my own party. Yeah. I would say I'll do it that way.
Wait, traitor.
Herald has been on the newsstand. We are heading towards 11 years. 11 years I've been managing Herald. 11. Do you know what that means?
See, even to
11 years.
The great Basso Obaba newspaper or Ghana. Now I'm for consultancy.
People thought
because the content to sustain the paper is even another.
People thought, listen, when President Mahama lost an election, I said NDC was defeated at the election, meaning Herald was going to close down because Herald has been tied to the fortunes of a certain political party. It is not true. We are still producing and we are even growing from strength to strength. Do you understand? So somebody, if a media house like that, you would want to understand what fuels it, and then say you'll be out there destroying. And this go, it goes for all the political parties. On him say, "Edu babia MPP for no." Daily guide then to me come and they run to me. MPP daily guide then to me come Chronicle and all that. Exactly, they don't, and they run to me, Larry Dogbe. They bring me the documents to run for them.
We're wrapping up on the media, and then we go to other areas. But some of the text messages about good afternoon, my brother, and afternoon to the guys in the studio. Our journalists of today have denoted that they are writing towards a particular political party. And they should accept that we the readers and listeners can also feel who is speaking for NDC or MPP. We should stop the hypocrisy. Abraham Lincoln on the way about say yenchoro yemuno emomusu baby yejina. But the question here then is that what is the truth? And I say a partisan enjoying the and I won't so I won't share now with you know. I do not know what the kind of show.
No. Assuming say President. Ama minister bi adwuma say minister hwe na galam say yenso ano now about can it rather say excavators na momochi and ayira and you expect us to allow you go scot
free. It's not possible. It's the side there because one here but at any point in time, I think that we do a job for somebody. At any point in time.
No,
and that somebody is generally the Ghana factor.
Yes.
Because today, like what's the excavators 500 to 400? Now, also a card-bearing member of the NDC.
Yes.
Common sense should tell you that Edna Ghana Japan 400 to me.
Yeah, exactly.
That yanka wants them it's your coca. The fact is your card bearing member.
Member of the NDC.
That's the challenge.
In Pepe, with a month for be journalists know they cry information. No, you are not the one with the information.
I am one of them.
You are just even a secondary source. You are not the primary source of the information. And see about Hosanna, you would have to process it as to what you want to put out there and what not to put out there.
Okay, but
when you have to put it in the response you want.
Kofi Amuako say, it's unfortunate that journalists are attacked. We shouldn't encourage that in our society. We must encourage a society that supports diverse views. But we must be careful how we discuss the topic to make sure we bring finality to the issue. Let me also say that journalists have a responsibility to hold each other accountable. There are journalists who threaten and attack other journalists. There are journalists who have wished death on other journalists. There are journalists who attack politicians and citizens unfairly. There are journalists who attack security officers and other officials. There are journalists who peddle falsehood just to create disaffection for people. Dear Rebecca, for you.
Yes. True. Ebinumu ye. Oh, we had there when you announce for the bill. Oh, you suit. I mean, we need me a journalist who met me. You were free.
Yeah, what try red light to put in that. Do you know who I am?
We are going to Kawasam into the Ubrumaso. No cry. Ebinumu ye. And it's in a Ekobansa. Nani pana why yes had in it and then also in Yabre.
As soldiers under military rule.
Okay.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah. Now this gentleman says that I'm sure so we watch our MPP. Lord Oshola. Lord La. Baby I debut on I said Lord La. Obusa is that the same Larry Dogbe who works with Raymond Acha?
Yes, I'm the one. I work with Ankara.
Until Obusa say, hey. Obusa said, you are insinuating that this government killed Ahmed Swali?
Oh, did I say so? Where is that from?
Okay, Lord La. I don't see the way. Go na side or ye or say. Young pontem na on fire in dinner. Ya bread.
God it.
You did ya temache.
God it.
I don't see.
That is other known here.
Okay, so we all know what the Herald does in this country. NDC newspaper. How do you respond to that?
Listen, I mean, they can't say, somebody needs to tell the NDC story too.
Okay.
And if I'm the one telling it, so be it. Thank you.
Okay, so Consolidated Bank Semen Koso Kyle said, and equal share soon by one of the payment. Simply dial star 222 hash no etua or customs duty Ghana Revenue Authority for Taxes and Environmental Protection Agency Ghana Standards Authority Food and Drugs Authority and a levies are buying edging now. Mr. Any consolidated bank behind this is we say star 222 hash now the TS are buying to Audrina CGB so certified ISO certified open sorting community afre 0302216000 Sasem pharmaceuticals also the Sasem for a draw so freshman capsules and a fresh lady capsules and a fresh cool capsules. Freshman capsules no mema say Ebwame Johnson no yetima Johnson yepa fresh lady so no so at that time of the month o confichina kwa kasa tintin bibrea isa this other thing every fresh cool so osis na ya wapono waposo so diunya ekutia koko so kwanson kusum the freshman fresh lady and fresh cool capsules no pharmacy shop bia na chemical shop bia na herbal shop bia unya bia to dodo nan kasa de 0243 ofre Sasem for on 0243 559 319 na only one Eddie Juma heavy mosquito spray and the coil also no e kum tuntum tim na chese what we said the kwano no it mesre say a mosquito ni spray and the coil na akopa cha kwa ndia heaven mosquito spray and a heaven mosquito coil and no Anna, as I say, Okope eye echira kwem. I tell you much about Hepa Plus mixture. Nemu yenko try hombra yeba. Another area yera mejili se bridges discussing in terms just a bit here no. The performance of the Electoral Commission vis-a-vis the political parties and then Ghana for addition understanding of what democracy actually means. Yekwaba yeba.